early morning on the road today. Hey, hey. The sun is blazing on A1A.
Hi, Angel here, and we have Vampyresskiss.
Hi. Okay, this is a video that I just wanted to share. I don't know if there's any basis to it or not. I just know that what it's done here. And so I'm just going to see if anybody can tell me if it actually is real or if we're imagining it. First off, I want to explain what this is. This is called a kombucha motel, or I guess if you think your kombucha is more high class, it could be a hotel. So anyway, I'm going to just pull one of these out so you can see what it looks like. These are the SCOBYs. They're the, thanks Jamie. These, they're the mothers. And I started out with one mother, and I've got this container, and I got another really big container back there. And actually, in the fall, I'd given away a whole bunch of these at a fermentation festival that we were at. This, I like to refer to this as the gift that keeps on giving. But this is what you would put in your tea to make kombucha. And it smells like vinegar, kind of got an alcohol smell. Did you want to smell it? It's got kind of an alcohol smell to it, vinegar, but it's this. Oh, look at this. Is actually, this can be two mothers. See, they fall apart like this. And you can actually even dry these and feed these to your dogs. You can do all sorts of things with them. But what happens is, this is tea and sugar inside this container, and then you put this coffee filter over the top of it, and it pulls out of the air all the different funguses and stuff and bacteria, and it'll grow, and it gets on the very top layer here, and then every once in a while you have to add more tea and water and kind of push it down. I did that just the other day because my kombucha was like floating up near the top, and that's not good. Anyway, so I just wanted to explain what this was first. Okay, now we have it used to set, if anybody's watched my video on that we're making apple cider vinegar homemade, and seen that we were over by the treadmill, this is where this used to set, was by the treadmill. And when we put the apple cider vinegar over by the treadmill, you can't have different fermentation items too close to each other because they'll intermingle, and you don't want them intermingling. Like, I had my kombucha too close to my kefir, and my kefir actually started making kombucha a mother on the top of the kefir, and I couldn't fix it, and I had to get rid of it and start over again. So you don't want to intermingle your different things that you're fermenting. So I'm just going to say that. Anyway, so we put it on a shelf that's back in our kitchen, and Jamie likes to put bread up on the shelf. Well, this bread here, these are hot dog buns. And here, bring it in so they can see. You can see these expired on December 21st. Okay, we just forgot they were up there. It's not we normally keep our bread that long. We just forgot they were up there. Now, I want you to look at this. This is still edible, and there's no mold on any of this. Still smells, well, except for my hand smelling like kombucha. Smells good, doesn't it?
It smells like bread.
It smells like bread, and it's soft. You can see it's still soft, still pliable, still can be ate. Now, normally, because of the way our house is so cold and heats up, and then things sweat inside these bags, we lose our bread right away. Before it's even expired, we usually lose it. So this was, I was like amazed. So we're like, this is like our experimentation bread. We're leaving this up there near there and see how long we can keep it, and see if it ever molds. Now this bread, it only expired yesterday. But I want to point out, and Jamie's here too, and she can also testify to this, whenever we buy the everything Italian bread, I don't know if it's because it's kind of moist when you buy it, but it usually molds before it even expires. And it'll, you know, get a little green spot on it or a little white spot. Just depends on what kind of mold it is that starts to grow in it. But I mean, for this to be the 8th and today's the 9th, this should have, I mean, when did we get this? The 5th? It was about the 5th, wasn't it? It should have been expired by now. What are you doing?
Yeah, there's always a moldy fuzz pot by now.
Yes, and we're going to actually see maybe we'll keep this till like maybe Thursday and see if it's okay. But oh, you want to eat it? Okay. She wants to eat it. But we have other breads up there that we're keeping track of and watching. But this one here, because it always molds on us unless we eat it the day we buy it, I wanted to share that it's expired yesterday and it's still going strong, and that's just absolutely unheard of in this house unless we freeze it. So
well, yeah, I bought just an Italian loaf, and I had bought it. It was like on a Monday, and by Wednesday there was a moldy fuzz pot on it.
yeah, I bought
Oh,
some
really?
I don't know if it was everything bread, but it was an Italian loaf like that, because I like the Italian over the French bread. And wow, I think it was the next day, and it wasn't even day old. It was regular bread that you had to pay the full price for, and it had mold on it too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's this that's, because this is the only thing that's different back there, is that there's 3 big jars of kombucha mothers sitting back there. Now, if they're pulling whatever's causing mold on the bread out of the air, and that's why the bread isn't molding anymore, I don't know. This is still an early experiment that we are conducting, but I kind of wanted to share it and see if anybody else has had any success with this, or, you know, because I just kind of stumbled upon this. This was not something that I set out to do. This was just, I needed someplace for the motels to set, and that was the only place I had, because you can't put them near the floor. It's not good for them. They need to be up higher, and so I don't know if I've stumbled upon something here. I'm going to be really pleased, because we'll finally have bread that'll last longer than just a few days. I mean, like I said, this is from this says best if used by December 21st. I mean,
true test will be summertime, because that's the worst. I can never get through an entire loaf of bread before it goes bad.
That's true. And well, I should probably tell what today is. Today is February 9th of 2020. So we're looking at a couple months on this, and I would still eat this. I wouldn't be afraid at all to eat this, but I don't want to eat it because I want to see what's going to happen to it. So, because that's my this is loaf 1, or what do they call that? Patient 1, patient 0. This is patient 0, and we're testing.
Maybe Angel will get extra credit in school for the science project.
Yeah, maybe you could.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
this would be an experiment for my school.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, and it's a stumbled upon experiment. It's not even one we even meant to do. It just kind of happened. And yeah, it's just, I think it's, so far I'm very pleased. And then I just wanted to add a real quick bonus on this. I have some video. I still have not decanted my fire cider vinegar. Shame on me, because I can see by the date on my refrigerator it says I did it on 10/27. So it's really going to be wow when it does get, when I do decant it. But bottles are expensive. When you buy a dozen bottles that you can cork, you can pay upwards near $30 to $45 for a dozen bottles. Well, I got this really weird idea, maybe weird, I think it was ingenious myself, because Angel had a few of these left over from Christmas. And I'm going, oh my God, that's like the perfect size, because fire cider vinegar is a tincture that you would take to make, to boost your immune system. So you wouldn't need a whole lot of it all at once. So you'd want it in a smaller bottle. So I asked Angel for his few, and then I ran to the store the next day and I bought like 5 more 6-packs, which were $6 a piece. And I think I got 80 cents off each one because I had coupons, which I figured it out. I saved probably 50 bucks on bottles by buying them. And so what if they say Coke on them? I can live with that. You know, I'm not going to sell them. They're for our own use. And we have these corks that I bought at, I think it was Walmart. They got a wooden top on them, but they fit right in there, and you can see that's going to be tight. And that's where I'm going to decant my apple cider vinegar in. So I personally think it was, I mean, it's, you know, you're reusing something, repurposing, reusing, you know, not causing waste. I'm all for that. I'm always all for that. So that was just a bonus at the end of this video I wanted to share with everybody. So we'll keep you updated on our fungus experiment, basically, about the bread. And until next time, you
Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share. and give this video a big like.
Big thumbs up. I thought it was. And until the next video, remember, be kind to each other, and remember always, one soul.
So if you go out into the woods today, hey,